All right, I've been waiting to make this video for so long, and I'm so thankful for the 50,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. First off, I want to get that out the way. Thank you guys so much for 50K. It feels amazing. I haven't even been able to soak it in yet because I just got home literally from the trip. And so I'm here on my computer and I'm looking on Instagram. I'm about to respond to some of these questions. We're gonna do a Q&A, and at the end of the video, we're gonna have my room/setup tour that I promised you guys for the longest time, that you guys have been dying to see ever since I've been at like 1K subs and started streaming. But yeah, let's just get straight to it. Let's not waste any time. Oh, I hit the camera by accident. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going by the top comments. I'm gonna choose the giveaway winner after I actually record the videos, so you guys will know that, pretty soon here. But yeah, I'm just going by top comments. I think we got like 300 something comments, so I can't answer every single one, but I'm gonna try to answer as many as I can. And a lot of them are repeated questions. So the first question, I'm not gonna say who submitted them or anything, but someone said, do you plan to play story games in the future like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Miles Morales? So I'm not really too sure about that. I played Red Dead Redemption 2 and I already beat that. I played that like in 2018 or so when it came out. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, I haven't played that game yet. I don't play single player games as of right now because I don't have time. Like, I'm just so focused on making content like literally all day, every day, that I don't really have time to sit down and play a single player game or even any other game that doesn't have anything to do with 2K because I'm just so focused on making content and stuff. So I don't know when I'm gonna do that. Hopefully in the future if I can find some time, but I feel like if I ever find free time, I just wanna use it to make more videos and to work on my channel even more. So I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. We'll see though. And someone submitted a couple questions. He says, what are some of your favorite moments so far on this channel? I mean, definitely hitting the milestones is probably my favorite ones. Like 50 and 10K, those are great, and 1K as well. What was your vision when you first started your channel? Like, this is the same person submitting these questions. He said, what was your vision when you first started this channel? To be huge, because I mean, I'm aiming for the stars, I don't want to aim low at all. No, I'm aiming for the stars. My vision was just to be very successful and as big as a YouTuber as I can be, and to inspire people as well. And then he says, did you ever think the day you started you would be in this position? I didn't think. I knew for a fact. Okay, that's the difference. I knew for a fact I would be in this position. Now, I don't want to sound like cocky or like arrogant or whatever when I say that, but I knew for a fact that I would be in this position because I believed in myself. If I didn't believe in myself, I wouldn't have taken the risks that I did to get here. But I did all that with faith in myself, and no man ever accomplished anything of like great value without faith in themselves. Everyone, you have to believe in yourself. I actually don't even believe, like, just know it, because where there's belief, there's also room for doubt. Okay, because let's say my AirPod case, right? I'm holding it in my hands. If I drop it and I let it go, you see how it falls into my hand, right? That's a law. That's the same thing. I don't believe that the AirPod case is gonna fall each time I let it go. I just know it. There's a difference between belief and like just knowing something. I knew I was gonna be in this position. I didn't believe it. I just absolutely knew it. A little good analogy there with the AirPod case, man. And I always say stuff like that, man, because it's true. It's true. And then the same person says, what is your goal with this channel? To be as big as I can be, and then to inspire people all over the world so they can see that they can do the same thing that I'm doing, because I'm no special person. I'm the same as you guys. Do you think you'll ever break apart from 2K and expand? Absolutely. If so, what do you think you'll expand to when the time comes? I want to make IRL stuff, and I want to play some other games, probably on a different channel. We'll see. Next question. Someone said top 3 books that make you feel motivated. I actually have to go get them, so just give me 1 second. So for those who don't know, I read books like all the time. I literally read a chapter of a book every single day because I like to feed my mind like good information, and I want to learn more about life and how I can become more successful. And I have a whole ton. I'll show you those in a second, but if I were to say 3, it's a tough question, I'm not gonna lie, but this one right here, I think this is my favorite of all time. I just started, I'm not even done with this book. I'm close to see, as you can see, like the bookmark. I'm close, I'll be done soon. But this book is called The Secret of the Ages by Robert Collier. It says, it's backwards for me. I don't know if that's how it would be for you, hopefully not, but the Master Code to Abundance and Achievement by Robert Collier. Number 2, I'm gonna have to say Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. What does that say right there? Okay, no, that's not important, this part right here. But yeah, Think and Grow Rich. This right here, I read this book twice, and I've listened to the audiobook for it on YouTube, which you can get for free, 6 times, and it's like 10 hours long. So that just goes to show how much I really enjoy this. Like, it's crazy. Okay. And the third one, it's called Psycho-Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz, okay? And we'll just read what it says right here off the front. It says, tap into the power of your subconscious mind to improve your self-image, learn to use your positive past, set and achieve worthwhile goals, develop compassion, self-respect, and forgiveness, cultivate the power of rational thinking, discover the key to a happier, more successful life. As for all the other books that I own, this is what it looks like. There's like a whole stack right here. And yeah, so it just is like, this is the smallest one, and then it just goes down from there, right, to the bottom. I've read every single one of these besides this, which I'm not gonna read because this is like short stories kind of stuff, and I didn't even buy this. It was given to me by like someone a long time ago. And this one, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, definitely gonna read that probably next. But yeah, these are really good. All of these, for the most part, just definitely recommend reading books, man. I mean, it helped me a ton. I want to get like a full library and like bookshelves and all that when I move, so I can just have these more organized, but this is the best way I can do it for now. Next question is, what pushed you to keep going even through slow times? And congrats on 50K. Thank you, first off. Second off, through tough times, we had our tough times. When we hit 37,000, we were just stuck at that for like months, and that was like in the fall, and it was really tough, man. You know, I think the hardest part about YouTube is maintaining a positive mindset when things like go wrong. And, you know, I was able to do a good job of that even in that tough time. Although like some days, you know, man, like why is it not working out for me at this time? Like, you know, you feel like that, but whenever you have that idea or that kind of thought in your head, you just kick it out. Just gut by. I don't want to think that kind of thought, because that's a negative idea. I don't want that. And you know, I'm not gonna give up. Like, what am I supposed to do? Give up? Like, no, that's not an option. So I mean, if the only options are either give up or continue grinding, I'm just gonna continue grinding. There's no giving up or nothing like that. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Nah, I'm not doing that. So, you know, that's really the answer for that. What have you struggled with the most on your YouTube page? Like I said earlier, the 37K, when we were stuck at that was tough because it wasn't growing, and I was making videos, but it just wasn't working out, and it was tough. But I reflect back on it, and I know, you know, why it happened and how I can prevent it from happening again if it should happen again. You know, I know how to deal with it better. Someone said, why did you start YouTube? So this is like the most common question. Why did you start YouTube? What inspired you to start? Anything like that. I asked myself this question, and I give myself credit for this right here, because this is something that I came up with myself, but I didn't hear this from anyone. But I want you to pay attention closely and use this if you feel like you're lost or anything. So I asked myself the question, or it was like two questions really. It was, what do I enjoy doing most of my free time? What 3 things do I enjoy doing most of my free time? And the second follow-up was, how can I make a career out of one or all of those things? So for me, the 3 things were playing basketball, playing video games, or watching YouTube videos. And then now I have to ask myself, how can I make a career out of one or all of those 3 things? Well, I'm not good enough to go to the NBA, so that's out, right? And I was never willing to work for that, and I understood that. So then we're left with just watching YouTube videos, and then like playing video games. If I combine those 2, I can become a content creator, like on video games, or it doesn't have to be video games, but I can just be a YouTuber or a content creator, whatever. And that's when it came to me, and I would talk about it with my friend, you know, and we would talk about it a lot, and we started to become like more emotionally involved with that idea, and it started to resonate with us more and more as we spoke about it more over time. And that is why I started, like, you know, that's initially where it first came from. You know, I had that desire when I was in high school, but I didn't really want it as badly as I did later on, you know, after I went to college. So that was how I started. Someone says, what advice would you give to your 14-year-old self? That's a great question. You know, and the reason I say it's a great question is because if I could tell myself something, like, I know what I had been through in those 7 years that have passed, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to change any of it, because who would I be if I didn't go through that stuff, you know? Like, I could easily just tell myself, hey bro, don't go to college, just start making YouTube videos right now. But then I wouldn't have met anybody who I've met when I went to college. I might not even know that I wanted to do YouTube, because that came as a result of me going to college. Like, you know, that's what I'm saying is like, the best advice I could say is like, just go, I was about to say go to college. Now, I wouldn't say not to go to college. I would just say, look, you're 14, man. You just became a teenager. Bro, you have so many years ahead of you. Start making YouTube videos right now and become so obsessed with it that it consumes you, and it, like, you have such a burning passion and desire to succeed on YouTube. That's what I'll tell myself. I'll say, look, start right now, because I've been doing this not even 2 years and I'm at 50K subscribers. Imagine 7 years, 7 years of making videos. I can't even fathom how many subscribers I would have or how different my life would be. So I would tell myself right then and there, look, you have an opportunity of a lifetime. And anyone who's younger than me watching this video, please, I'm begging you, please take my advice on this. If you're 14, 15, 16, 17, or even younger or older, it doesn't matter. Please take this advice. The time is gonna pass whether you put in work or not. 7 years passed. When I was 14, I'm 21 now. 7 years have passed. And if I had been grinding on YouTube from the time I was 14 to the time I'm now, I could have been millions of subscribers. Now, I didn't know I wanted to do it back then, right? But the point is that you got to put in the time, put in the work right now, because the time is going to pass. You can't do nothing to stop the time from passing. Take advantage of the youth, of the opportunities. You're young. When we're young, we can take more risks because there's not much on the line. We have families and all that we have to support. Take the risks and go through with it now. You're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it in the long run. You don't want that feeling of regret. I felt it and I never want to feel it again. So I make sure I'm working every single day to make sure I don't feel that. I'm begging you, please take this advice. Please take this advice. I'm going to try to go through these questions a little bit faster because these are, I'm kind of like explaining a lot, and it's kind of getting long. But someone said, if you had to go back in time and meet someone, who would you meet and why? 50K, congrats, 100K real soon. Thank you. And I would definitely meet Kobe. Without a doubt, I would meet Kobe. Like if I can go back in time before he passed away, I would meet Kobe and I would talk to him, because that's one of my biggest like role models ever. Have you ever felt unmotivated to not do YouTube? No, because whenever a negative idea comes in my mind, I just kick it out, because I have that ability. It's not just me. You have that ability too. If you're watching this video, if you're a human being, you have the ability to choose your thoughts, and you're gonna feel a certain way based upon the kind of thoughts that you think. So if you feel unmotivated, it's because you're thinking thoughts that cause you to feel that way. So those are negative thoughts, and you can choose to think those or not. Your mind can only hold one thought at a time, and you want to think positive thoughts at all times, not negative thoughts, because that's how you're going to feel unmotivated. And I don't think negative thoughts. If it happens to pop up in my head, I just kick it out. That's how I just stay motivated all the time, and I have a lot, to work for. Like I have a lot of reasons why I want to succeed. So whenever any sort of negative idea could come in, I could just think about that, right? Think about the things I want to get done, or like the people I want to impact, or anything like that. Also gratitude is really good for getting into a good mood and like feeling positive. Someone said, what's your favorite movie? Definitely Avengers Endgame. Congrats, this is amazing. What is one item that you own that's not technology you can't live without? It's a good question, because most of these are related to like YouTube and something with technology, right? Probably I guess like a toothbrush, because I need my teeth to be good, it's a basic answer, but I don't know what else to say to that. What YouTuber made you start YouTube? It wasn't really a specific YouTuber. No, it was like I never looked at one YouTuber like I want to be like him, or I'm gonna start because of he inspired me. Now I wanted to start because of my own internal desires. So yeah, favorite food, pizza. What's the most fun you've had making a video? I like the skit videos that I do. They're really fun, because sometimes I'll literally be recording them and I'll just be dying. Like, I can't believe I just said that for a video. Like, it's so funny, the things that I say in those videos. And then when I'm editing too, and I'm doing like certain edits, it just has me like dying in laughter. It's just so funny. So those are probably the most fun. Someone said, how do you feel hitting 50K, and what type of content should we be seeing in the future? I'm very grateful for 50K. And content in the future, you'll still see me make 2K content for now. And then when I hit 100K, I want to do some IRL stuff. So we'll see how that turns out. What's the best feeling as a YouTuber? There's a lot. I think one of the best ones is just like having a community that supports you and that you can interact with like every day, Do you think subscriber interaction via stream chat and social media played a role in your quick growth and loyal following? That's a good question. I don't really know. I feel like you guys would be able to answer that question better than me, because you're the one who feels like a certain way when I respond to a comment, or like when I, read a comment on stream or something. You guys get satisfaction out of that, not really me, because I'm the one responding to you, you know what I'm saying? So like, of course I love interacting, I love seeing the comments, but I don't know if that played, it could, I don't really know though, but it might have. Like, all I know is that I love interacting with the community, and you probably won't see anyone who interacts with their community as much as I do, because I do appreciate the support, and I want that to be known. So I mean, it could have played a role, you know. I think you guys could answer that though. Someone said, if you weren't doing YouTube, what do you think you would be doing right now? And did you think you were going to be a YouTuber? Well, I kind of answered the second part of that question earlier when I said that I knew for a fact. If I wasn't doing YouTube, that's not a question that I ask myself because there's no need to when I'm in a position where I can do it. So why would I ask myself that, right? So as for after it, that's a different question. I think someone asked that too. Maybe we'll get to that. But if YouTube didn't exist, what I would be doing, I don't know. I really don't know, and it doesn't concern me. Someone said, "Do you like me?" No, I love you. I love you, Shisui. I love you. Okay. What was your best day being a content creator that made you sit back and say, "This has all been worth it"? You know, sometimes when I'm streaming, someone decides to donate hundreds of dollars. It makes my day. It's just the most amazing thing, because the fact that someone's willing to do that, I'm like, man, I worked so hard for all this, and I think people are showing their appreciation through donations. You know, it's even if it's not hundreds of dollars, even if it's only a small amount, just the fact that someone's willing to donate me that kind of money, just for free, essentially for free. I mean, I'm providing entertainment value to someone watching, but I mean, man, they're just donating me money. The word donate just means here, just have this, you know, I don't need anything in return, you know? And that's just kind of crazy. Someone said, how did you get to play 2K and what made you stay with the game? I started playing when I was a little kid, 9 or 10. And I enjoyed it the first few years, so I just started playing it every year after that. And, you know, eventually started falling off a little bit, can't lie. But now I play it for content. What pushed you through the tough times you went through? It was more so that, well, one, I couldn't give up. I can't give up for anything because I risked so much to get here. So me dropping out of college and quitting my job in order to do this, I did both of those when I didn't even have 40 subscribers on my channel. 40, not 40,000, I'm talking 40, 40. I didn't even have 40 subscribers. I hit the camera again. I dropped out and I quit my job without not even 40 subscribers. That's a big risk. You know, most people are not doing that, right? So how can I take a risk like that and then give up when things get tough? That doesn't make sense. No, I would never do that. On top of that, I got people that I got to make proud. I got people that I got to give back to, people that support me that I want to give back to, that I want to show that I appreciate because, you know, they were supporting me or they did certain things for me. I want to be able to give back to those people. So it's if I give up or if I don't give it my all, then I'm disrespecting those people, and I would never do that. What are your long-term goals with YouTube, and who was your biggest supporter throughout all of this? Long-term, 10 million subs. And my biggest supporter, probably my mom, for letting me do my YouTube, you know, and stay home and just grind, you know, without having to get a job when I wasn't making any money from it back then, but under 1K subs. So I'll probably say that. Favorite anime opening, Naruto Shippuden 16. What's been your favorite moment on stream so far? You know, there was one that happened recently where I was literally in tears crying because it was so funny. Someone said that they opened $1,000 worth of packs on the retro packs with Galaxy Opal Michael Jordan. They said they didn't get not one Galaxy Opal, and I was crying. That was so funny. How was that other channel going? I don't really upload it on it as of right now. Top 3 tips you would tell your past self prior to reaching 50K. How long are we talking? You said prior to reaching 50K, but that can mean anywhere. I would just say study other YouTubers who are great, because that's where you can learn the most from. Work harder than anyone else. So those are 2 tips right there. And I guess, man, I don't know, never give up, I guess. I mean, I already knew not to do that though. Like I said, it depends on how, what self that I'm talking to in the past. In what ways do you feel YouTube has affected you? It hasn't really changed much about me. I'm still the same person I was, I don't want to say that. I'm not really the same person, but I am. I learned more. I'm smarter now, and I learned so much more. That's how I'm different. But in terms of my personality and what you can expect to get from me in terms of a real life interaction, I'm not much different. And it's not, that'll remain the same. I'm not gonna change my core because of subscribers or whatever. Favorite NBA player of all time? Steph Curry, for sure. Who's been your biggest inspiration? So I draw inspiration from a lot of people. In terms of YouTube inspiration, what YouTubers do I draw inspiration from? One of the first YouTubers to inspire me, his name is Dismo. He plays Call of Duty. That's DYSMO. And he has a video when he hit 100,000 subscribers, and it was very motivational. And Like before I had any subscribers, I used to watch that video to like pump myself up. But nowadays, my biggest inspiration for sure would be Mr. Beast, Dream, and Eric, probably. For those, I mean, we all know Mr. Beast, 60 million subscribers, right? It's tens of millions of views per video. I learned so much from him and his mindset that it just inspired me. Like, you have to learn that man's mindset. That man's mindset is just ridiculous. And I do as much as I can to implement his mindset for myself. Like, I need that, you know? And I feel like I've done a good job at that, as you can see, you know? And then Dream, he's a Minecraft YouTuber with like 20 million subscribers. Same thing, tens of millions of views per video. And he just came up recently, like in 2019, he had like 1K subs, and he was in a parking lot with his sister talking about at the end of the year he's gonna be at 300K. He was talking about how he read hundreds of books relating to YouTube and like social media and like how to grow and like all that kind of stuff. And he was just planning for months and months at a time so he can blow up on YouTube. He had 1K subs. Nobody knew who the guy was. His channel, he didn't even upload on the channel like that. He just had like 1K subs somehow. And he took that channel from being like completely dead to blowing up from 1K to 1 million in 6 months. And he thought he was gonna be at 300K. Like, no, by the end of the year, he ended up hitting 1 million. And he's been one of the fastest growing YouTubers of all time. And it's because of his mindset. And when I talk about this, I kind of get emotional. Like I literally get teary eyed when I talk about this because that's what I want so badly. Like I can resonate with these guys' mindsets and the way they think and the kind of things that they talk about. And Eric, he went from 0 to 1 million in 1 year. That's AIRRACK, right? Eric. So he went from 0 to 1 million in 1 year. And I mean, he just talks about how he just had this burning desire to do YouTube. And it's the same way with me. So it's like, that's where I draw the inspiration from. Someone said, what did you feel when your first video blew up? One of my first videos to blow up, or my first video to blow up, it had like 50 or 60, or right now it's at 60K views, but when I first uploaded, it was like around 50 or so, and it was going crazy. I was like at 2K subs or something, and I was just freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, my first viral video, like, you know, and it felt really good because a lot of subscribers were coming in from that video, so it was really nice. It was like in February of 2020 when that video came out. Top 5 all-time NBA players in order: MJ, Kareem, Kobe, Magic, and LeBron. When did you decide to pursue YouTube as a career? So, I mean, I kind of answered this already, but just to go a little bit more in depth, I knew that I wanted to do it when I was in college as a freshman, my second semester, but I made a firm decision it was before I quit my job, but it was right when I was about to quit. I made a firm decision that I was going to become a YouTuber no matter what, and nothing in this world was going to stop me from doing that. So it was like, that was in August of 2019 when I made that decision. And I have a paper in my wallet where I wrote down my goals on a specific day, and I still have it there to this day, back in 2019. And I was actually able to cross off the 50K mark on that paper just the other day, so that felt really good. But yeah, it was in August or so. I made a firm decision, okay, I'm going to do this. Nothing can stop me from it. So yeah, it was August 2019. How do I feel about basketball in general? I like the sport. I like to play it, not seriously, but just for fun. I don't really watch it because I don't have time, but it is fun to watch as well. What's the best part about being a content creator? There's a lot. I like being able to work from home, being able to interact with a community, just doing what I love, just being my own boss and managing myself. Like, those are 4 great aspects right there. And it's just amazing. I wake up every day so happy because of all those things. My question is, when did you start the YouTube channel? Been following you since Spotlight 2K20. Thanks for all the hours of content and help you bring to the community. Thank you. And you're welcome at the same time. I started taking it seriously September 6, 2019. I had like 37 subscribers back then. So yeah, that was when that happened. My favorite shoe? I like Jordan 10s. It doesn't matter the colorway. I just like Jordan 10s a lot. How hard was it for you to start YouTube? Okay, well, YouTube is hard starting off. The beginning is always the hardest part because you don't have any momentum. So, I mean, it's tough, but what am I gonna do? Like, I can't cry, I can't complain about it. You just gotta go through it. Like, the only way to get past it is to go through it. Like, you have to go through it. You can't avoid that no matter what. You cannot go around it. You cannot go under it. You cannot go over it. You have to go through it. Like, just plow through it. Like, you know? So, what has been your biggest challenge to overcome to become a successful YouTuber? Having a good mindset when things are tough. You always have to have a positive mentality even through the tough times, because there's good to be found in every single situation. Whether that situation you deem it good or bad, there's always good in every situation. There's a law of polarity that says there's the opposite to everything. The North Pole, South Pole, right? Left, right, or this is my left hand, right hand. Like there's always opposites to everything. You got to focus on the positive, on the good aspects of it. So when you're going through a tough time or a challenge or whatever, you have to think about, what can I extract from this situation that'll help me in the future, that'll, you know, help me in some way. What can I learn from this? That's all I was thinking when I was going through my slump, you know. So, you know, just having a good mentality, and you develop a good mentality by just learning from other people who have good mentalities. So that's why I read a whole lot of books. Have you had times where you wanted to quit? Never. Because like I said, I don't think negative thoughts. If you want to quit, it's because you're discouraged, and I don't really feel discouraged like that because I don't think negative thoughts. Remember, your thoughts control your feelings. So if I choose to think positive thoughts all the time, there's no way I can feel discouraged, because your mind can only hold one thought at a time, like I said earlier. If you can meet any athlete, who would you meet and why? Steph Curry, because he's my favorite NBA player. What's the inspirational behind your mindset to never stop and keep going? There's a lot of people who are relying on me and counting on me. I actually, let me not even say relying on me. I don't think anyone's reliant on me, but I mean, I want to prove to people, like, not to say, oh, like, look what I did, ha ha ha. No, it's to inspire people to do the same thing. Like, how can I talk the way that I talk and then give up, and then show everyone that I gave up? They're gonna feel like, oh, if he gave up, it's okay for me to give up. That's not okay. So I would never give up. Like, I have to die in order to stop grinding. That's what has to happen, God forbid, but that's just a simple truth. You know, there's a lot of people I want to inspire. There's a lot of things I want to get done, and I always have to work for those things. And if I stop, I'm never gonna get those things done. So I can't stop. I always got to keep moving, full throttle, foot on the gas pedal, no slowing down. What makes you feel the need to help others? Because these days people keep the road to success to themselves, and you have no problem sharing them. Congrats on 50K, 100K on the way. Thank you. So, I mean, like I said, I just want to help people, inspire people. I want people to feel inspired by my achievements and feel like they can do the same thing, because you can. If you're watching this video, you're capable of, you can be rich. Any one of you can be rich. Any one of you can have a YouTube channel with millions of subscribers. Any one of you can start a business and become successful. Any one of you can do anything. You can do anything. And I want to prove that to people. That is why I talk the way that I talk. And that is why I work as hard as I do, and I do the best that I can, because I don't want you guys to just be living lives where you're not happy. That's not fun. That's not cool. Like, no, that's not okay. How can someone be not, why would I want someone to be unhappy in their situation? I want everyone to be happy with what they do. So I work hard to make sure I can prove that to people so they can feel like they can do the same thing. Was there any other thing you had in mind as a career besides YouTube? So I was in college for engineering, but when I dropped out, I didn't have anything else in mind. There was no, if YouTube doesn't work out, then I'll do this, because the only way YouTube doesn't work out is if I were to quit. And it's because I would never quit, that means I'm guaranteed that it was gonna work out, right? So no, I didn't have anything in mind. But in terms of after YouTube, I feel like I might become a motivational speaker. That's what people tell me. Oh, you could be a motivational speaker. I've heard that multiple times. So you never know. You might see me on stage with a mic talking crazy to like hundreds or thousands of people. Who knows? All right, so I'm gonna end off the Q&A aspect of the video right here. I know I feel like I answered a decent amount. I mean, I couldn't even begin to answer all the questions that were here because they're just so many. But yeah, if you have any questions that you wanna ask me personally, you can DM me if I didn't answer your question. Or I'm probably gonna do like a thing on my Instagram where I just post like the question thing. Ask me a question and I'll answer whatever ones I didn't answer in the video, so you can get some closure or whatever answers you want. And I'll try to do my best to get to all of those. But I'm gonna show you my setup and what it looks like, because you guys are all dying to see. So we're gonna start off right here. And this is those are some wires in a box, sandals, a heater, a book bag, that's the closet. And on that paper that's taped up to the wall is just like a list of the things that I want. Like I think it's like 20 things that I want right there. So yeah, just write that down and look at it. Here's my green screen. It's pretty big. I can't even fit it into the whole frame of the camera. Whoops, finger in the way. I usually just keep it down, but I can pull it up. I'll show you right here. I just grab this, right? Pull it down and it just goes back up. My walls are blue because my favorite color is blue. So usually I just keep it down though, because there's no point of pulling it back up if I'm gonna use it every day. So yeah, and this is my bed. No one talk about my sheets, man. I always leave my stuff like that because nobody really sees my stuff besides in this video. Just got some stuff over there, nothing crazy. Those are the books. This is my drawer or whatever. Notebooks, personal items. And here's what you all want to see. Boom! Here we go. Okay. So this is my setup. Very basic. Let me back up a little bit. Yeah, boom. So we got what? Gaming chair. This chair really isn't the best. This is like a cushion that I use because the chair is not that comfortable. So this was like $100 or so. This gaming chair, I got it off Amazon. And what do we have here? So this is the PS5, obviously. And this is my wallet. Move this out the way. A little notebook right here. AirPod case, move that out the way. Book, YouTube formula. If you're interested in doing YouTube, I definitely recommend picking this up. How anyone can unlock the algorithm to drive views. I keep this right here because I like to reference it when I'm making videos. So, but yeah, the PS5 right there. The desk that I have, it's a mouse pad material. So I don't need a mouse pad, as you can see, right? This is just like a wrist thing for my wrist. I don't get, what's it called? Carpal tunnel. Keyboard, obviously, the monitors. They're not the same exact monitor. We got the webcam right here, and this is Streamlabs, right? But this is the webcam that I use. Cheap webcam, nothing crazy. And this is a ring light. I turn this on whenever it gets dark, and I also turn on the big light because I don't really have ideal lighting just yet. Not yet, we'll get there. And nothing too crazy to see here, man. I mean, this is the PC, right? It's a cyber power, so yeah. And this is my mic stand. So I just sit down in my chair and I like record right there and I speak into it. I mean, you guys see it on the stream whenever, or even in the videos. And I have this thing here tied to it because it doesn't stay down, right? It always goes back up on its own. So I have that there to weigh it down so it doesn't move back up. But yeah, and then this is just trash, and we have like 2 whiteboards right here. You know, this is probably my favorite part of the room because these whiteboards are very responsible for where I'm at right now in my life. This is I use this for a to-do list. These are and I just write down the 6 most important things I need to do throughout the day in order of most to least important. And yeah, right now I only have 4 up because I was traveling most of today, so I didn't really, have the full day to do all these things. But this is what I'm working on right now. After, I'll go take a walk and then I'll stream. And we got some reminders right here. So just do some gratitude, right? Listen to recording. This is like a self-affirmation recording that I have. And then we have just some bullet points. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, who will benefit from your success if you slack off, you're disrespecting those who care and believe in you, and it's not just about you, We have another one over here. My current goal, I always like to write my goals in the present tense. That's the best way to do it. I have 70,000 subscribers by June 1st, 2021. Whether that's gonna happen or not, who knows? All I know is I'm gonna think of every reason why I can, and I'm not gonna think of any reason why I can't, because that's not logical. That doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? Whether I reach it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna work and do the best I can in order to do it. Also have what's meant for you will not miss you. And I have a little reminder, what is the most valuable use of your time right now? Because, hey man, time is all we have and you're not getting any of that time back. So you wanna be doing something that's gonna get you closer to your goal. If you're not doing something that's getting you closer to your goal, you're doing wrong. And here we got long-term goals, but on top it says divine timing, trust and have faith. It's just, a little reminder when things, not looking too well for you, just to trust, have faith, man, have some faith. And we got 100K subs. I obviously haven't crossed any of these out yet because we haven't reached them, but soon this one's getting crossed out, I promise you that. So yeah, this is really it for the setup tour, man. This is what it looks like. This is where I make all my movies. The movies, I'm talking full #1 box office type movies recorded right in that chair. I sit right there. I type on that keyboard right there, use that mouse right there to make movies, man, movies, okay? But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Thank you so much for 50K again. And I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.